Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn One. Myself Manoj Kumar. Today I am here with new concept, that is three schema architecture from the database management system. The three schema architecture divides the database into three levels used to create a separation between the physical database and the user application. In the previous videos, we discussed about what is schema and what is architecture. So in this video, we will see what is three schema architecture. By the definition, it tells that it divides the database into three levels. So three schema architecture divides the database into three levels and separation between the physical database and the user application. Physical database is the place where we are going to store the data, and user application is the external users who view the database from the using some other interfaces. In simple terms, this architecture hides the details of the physical storage from the user. That whatever the data has been stored in database is not visible to users. It's only handled by the database administrator. User can see only the data which is present in it, but he don't know where it is stored and how it is stored. He can see, but he don't know where it is stored. The database administrator responsible is to change the structure of the database storage without affecting the user's view. Here, in the three schemas architecture, the database administrator is going to be change this structure, means places, or we can say where the data is stored from one place to another, or other storage devices. These all things can be done by the database administrator, and it deals with the data, the relationship between them, and the different access methods implemented on the database. The logical design of the database is called schema. As we discussed, schema is a logical structure or skeleton of the database. Here we can see there that this architecture contains three layers that from in the database management system, as a external layer, conceptual layer, and internal layer. First one is the external layer, middle one is the conceptual, and third one is the physical layer. The external layer is the user's view, means there are multiple users, number of users can have a different privileges and different authorities, so they can access the data with the help of interface with the different privileges. For example, a student can view the database with the help of interface, just like the students can see only the basic details, but the students are not able to edit or manipulate with the database. But with the teacher can manipulate by inserting his subject marks, or changing the some content from the database. So there is a change in the viewing point in the external view. And middle one is the conceptual schema. The conceptual schema is the in which we are going to know what data is stored, means what kind of data we are storing, what is their data type, and what is the data. These all things are stored in the conceptual. And last one is the physical schema. Physical schema is the how data is stored and where it is stored. How there is data going to be stored in the form, means in the physically, in any memory location, or in any memory devices. It may be magnetic disk, or pen drive, or storage hard disk, or where it is stored. And where it is stored, the location, where the location is from Mumbai, Bangalore, or something else. So these are the databases which are connected, are all are connected with the physical schema, that is last one. So here we'll see one by one. External view level, this is the highest level of database abstraction, means the first layer, or we can say highest level of data abstraction. Because database abstraction, because the remaining parts, conceptual and physical data, are not visible to the user. So this is the highest level of database abstraction, because users can view only the interface, only database with the help of interface. He don't know how the data is stored. The remaining, the conceptual and physical, are abstracted, hidden from the user. It includes the number of external schemas or views. There are multiple views and multiple schemas, means multiple structures, multiple tables, and multiple users view. This level provides different views of the same database for a specific user. As I mentioned, there is a different privileges, different authorities. They can see with different, for example, as I give an example, like a teacher and student. An external view provides a powerful and flexible security mechanism by hiding the parts of the database from the particular user. That here they hided conceptual and physical schema. Next one is conceptual or logical level. This level describes the structure of the whole database. Structure, skeleton, and building block all are present in the conceptual or logical level. It acts as a middle layer between the physical and the user view. User view is the external view and physical view is the storage view. In these two middle, there is a middle layer. It's called conceptual level. It explains what data to be stored in the database, what kind of data we are storing, its data types, and what are the data. All are comes under conceptual database. What are the data types and the relationships exist among those data. There is only one conceptual schema per database. It is important because there are multiple users in the external view, and there is a multiple storage devices, multiple locations in the physical level, but there is only one conceptual schema or database. The last one is the internal or physical level. Here, this is the lowest level of data abstraction, because again, the storage devices or location are hidden from the conceptual schema and also from the external schema. So this is the lowest level of data abstraction. It describes how the data is stored in the database and provides the method to access data from the database. How the data is stored means where data stored means its location. How the data is stored means where in magnetic disk, on magnetic tapes, in hard disk, or remaining, or in a model also means stored in network model, hierarchical model, or in the relational model. It will shown by the physical layer or internal level. It allows viewing the physical representation of the database on the computer system. The interface between the conceptual and internal schema identifies how an element in the conceptual schema is stored and how it may be accessed. It is the one in which is closest to the physical storage. The physical storage devices like magnetic tapes, disk, pen drive, whatever the things are going to be used to store the data, all completely related to the or near to the physical level. The internal schema not only defines different stored data record types, means what type of data you storing. We are storing integers, strings, alphabets, or date types, or image, or video, audio, and but also specifies what indices exist and how stored fields are represented. Means here the main thing is that in the internal or physical level we are going to see what type of data we are storing. It is what means what type of data and where the data is going to be stored, all are seen in the internal schema. So this is three schema architecture. One is external schema, conceptual schema, physical schema. External schema is the user view, conceptual schema is the what data we are storing, means data types, and physical schema is the how data is stored and where it is stored, and all the databases are connected to the physical schema. So this is all about three schema architecture. If you have any doubts, then please comment below, and if you like my video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel Learn World. Thank you.